welcome to Big VTV. Great to have you with us.
Deja vu.
Well, it is deja vu. It's deja vu times 40. How many clubs have we covered?
We've pinned down a few. I think.
Yeah.
At least this is only the second take for Keilor.
Yeah, not bad.
Better than some other clubs.
You guys are doing well.
What are you trying to say?
Well, none.
Let's head out to Keilor, and 4 teams out there. 1 team made the finals last season.
Under from down under.
The youth men. We'll talk about them shortly. Start off with the youth women though. They played youth women 2 last season, but youth women 1 this season.
Which is basically the same.
Same thing. They
Yeah,
finished
that's right.
8th last season with a 1-17 record. Wasn't great first season in.
Teething issues.
I think they're going to be more competitive for mine, but they won't make finals. I think it's going to take another couple of years.
I think if the group sticks together, there will be all the better for it. I think that's pretty much as far as that one goes.
And I haven't heard of any major outs
No.
with their youth women.
No.
I saw them a couple of weeks ago. They ran 14, 15 players, so they're definitely bringing players through and getting them out there. I think it's going to take another couple of years. They're young. They're very,
They're
very young.
babies, and look, your first season in, you make that transition from juniors to seniors. It's always going to be tough. They struggled last year, but I think if you went back and look at their results earlier on in the season to the results towards the end of the season, they certainly improved.
Definitely.
Justin said he's seen
It's a
them
learning
looking
curve.
more competitive.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So good on them for putting a youth women's team in. They need that pathway to work their way up into their seniors. It's just going to take a bit of time to get there, and that's okay.
Yeah.
So for mine, they missed finals.
Yeah.
Improve but miss finals,
They will.
and that's okay. I don't know what their goal. Their goals to be
5 games this
competitive.
year. They've done really well.
Yeah, I
And
think
that
you're right.
trees that.
Yeah.
As long as they're not still tracking on a donut by midway through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Because you drop your head down.
That's
it's
right.
hard to.
Can
get
anyone tell me who they got their 1 win against last season?
back. Probably Sunbury. Yeah, I was going to say.
Youth
Very good.
men finished 6th last season, 12 and 10. They made the finals. Now, don't forget, it all moves around a fair bit this season, so they're going to be
Big
in youth
changes here.
1.
Yeah, they have on the
Youth
back of their excellent record last year.
I did well.
No, it was great. I think.
And I haven't heard too much about players coming and going, so they could again be largely the same. They had some really good games last season.
They did. They
Yeah.
really did.
They need to be tough to beat at home this season though, because it's going to be a hard year, I think.
Yeah, well, I think they were reasonably solid at home. They had a 9-2 record. That looks like.
I think they fluctuated between
Yeah.
mixing it with the top, and then towards the end of the season they fell
Yeah,
towards the bottom.
they're-
They were
they're
able
away
enough
record.
to.
9-2, but 3-8 and away.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big stat.
Yeah.
And so if they can, as you said, make Keilor Stadium.
Well, they do
fortress,
jump
well,
to youth 1 though.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
issue for
This is going to be tough.
is they're going to be playing against 3 of the bottom 4 sides that have come down from State Youth Championship. They're going to also be playing against Bendigo.
Hume City, Werribee, Whittlesea.
That's
Yeah.
right. So those
Blackburn,
teams that,
yeah.
with no disrespect, those teams that they probably got a lot of those wins against last year are now going to be in Youth 2.
Yeah.
So I think it might be a really tough year for them this year. I think they probably will finish towards the bottom of the table. But for those young guys to be playing against those really
You play
good
against the
teams,
better competition,
Yeah.
you will get better.
That's gonna
You are
make it
forced to.
better.
Yeah.
And another club with aspirations here, they recognise that they're a Div 2 club. Basically their men are in Div 2,
Yeah.
their women are in Div 2, their youth are in, we're in what was Youth 2. And this is the start of the push
Yeah.
to get their club,
up to a Div 1 level.
basically, yeah.
Tell you, they get the fans out there too.
Oh yeah.
They're crazy.
They're passionate
They're
group.
really
Yeah.
passionate.
Passionate group.
Passionate.
Yeah, a bit of work going on at
It's a
the
good
stadium too, I
Yeah.
believe. I think there's a bit of foyer redevelopment going on and
Great.
potential for some more courts as well.
We've got enough room out there for a runway. All the
Yeah.
parkland out
I
there.
don't think
Tell
they've
them
got any
Marine could
neighbours
expand
to
a
annoy with
runway.
the sound. There's no one around.
It's the biggest parking lot.
Yeah, Qantas is moving out there.
Yeah.
Make the finals, yes or no? Top 4, I think it
No.
may just be beyond them.
Yeah.
No, they-
I think it would be
Just
comfortably
I think
beyond
they'll
them,
be comfortably
unfortunately.
beyond them. Yeah, I'm tipping them.
To miss?
Yeah.
Miss?
Yeah.
Miss?
Yeah, miss, but good on them for, them in Sunbury. It's going to be a long season for them
Yeah.
because they're at, the
At the
bottom end of it.
the restructure.
But good on them for taking making the commitment to stay there and play hard. And I think we're only going to see bigger and better things from them.
It's better for their program playing against those sides than going into Youth 2 against those new sides and probably winning the division by 30 points.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wish them the best of luck. Let's head on to the senior teams out there. The D2 women played in Division 1 last season, had a 6-13 record. Of course, they won the title the year before.
They did.
And came up. They've gone back to Division 2. I think it's a lot more competitive Division 2
Oh,
competition.
absolutely. Yes.
And I think this team will be very competitive in Division 2. They've got some depth there, but a couple of very good players in Jodie Impey, who retired at last year's presentation night and is back playing. What's going on, Jodes?
She loves the game too much. She doesn't want to stop.
Can't miss it.
Her words to me were, if it was Division 1, I wouldn't have come out of retirement, but Division 2, I can maybe just get up and
Get
down.
the body going again.
I think so too, yeah.
But also the Mavers.
The Mavers won't be playing.
Okay.
They're missing. They're still at the club, but they're not playing. Some injuries in there.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But having said that, don't be surprised maybe mid-year.
They sneak just enough games to qualify.
Don't be
perhaps?
surprised if they
Yeah.
play 8 games each. I think
Yeah.
that might happen. There was a lot of talk about Jess Frankie leaving and moving onto another club, Division 1. She was out with us. I won't sit back.
Yeah, I
on
was,
that
I
one.
was about to call you on it anyway.
No. She was out with us, but she's decided that Division 2's for her and her mates at Keilor, and she's happy to run around Division 2. So
Oh, that's okay.
I think she'll be a very good player for them.
I think it's a testament of where Keilor is now and where they're going. That somebody who's come down and trained with you, and
Yeah.
from what you've told us, you've made a commitment to you guys
Yeah.
to play.
Yeah.
And she's decided that lure of her home club was just too great.
Yeah.
They're obviously doing some really good things
Yeah,
to
definitely.
retain a player of that
Yeah.
calibre.
Yeah.
And look, I think it's true for me. They made the finals.
I think they're a finals.
Yes.
I might just scrape in.
I think they're more than just scrape in.
I think
They-
they'll more than just scrape in too.
I don't think it's any
Yeah.
secret to anyone that they weren't impressed with the league, that they
Coming
were
down.
demoted, or
Yeah.
however you want to say it, and they'll be out to prove myself and the board wrong, I think. And,
Yeah.
if that's the motivation,
Go for it.
Right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Look, we had a
Yeah.
practice game against them a few weeks ago, and they are a top-end Division 2 team. That's
Yeah.
where they're at, and I think they'll be up in the top couple, especially with Jess playing there. I think they'll be up in the top couple.
You played Coburg, didn't you?
Yeah.
Who's better?
Oh, good
That's a good
question.
question.
Good
Good question.
Look, much the same, but Jess will add to Keilor, no doubt,
Yeah.
now that she's staying there.
Gives
So
them the
I
edge.
think
Okay.
Keilor a better team.
Yeah.
I think top 2 for sure.
I think the top 5 or 6 teams in Div 2 women, I think it's going to be really tight.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a really much improved competition from last year in Div 2 women. So, I know they might not have been happy going back down into Div 2 women, but I think the Div 2 women's comp has going to step up as a whole. So, they're not going to have it all their own way either.
yeah.
Finals?
Yeah.
Finals,
Absolutely.
Yep.
finals all the way around. D2 men finished 5th last season, 13-7.
So unlucky.
Yeah.
I really like the way this Keilor Div 2 men's team goes about it. I just think they're a really tight unit. I think they play hard.
Very physical.
And they're a physical D. They play physical on D, and I just like the way. I just like the team. I have a soft spot for them.
Correct me if I'm wrong, I reckon there was times last season where we genuinely thought this team could win it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well and truly.
Yeah.
And they just had a run of outs. I think more towards the end, or did they come good towards the end?
I think it was probably about 3/4 of the way through.
Yeah.
They fell off a little.
Yeah. But
They did
definitely.
finish the season on a 4-game winning streak.
There you go.
They
They
missed out.
stormed home.
They missed out on finals on a 3-way head-to-head with Melton.
It's funny
and
that the thunderstorm,
Yeah,
though.
there you go.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got some players.
So
They got some players. They got Dukes. They got guys like Reynolds, Levick.
Yeah.
They got Maroney.
Yeah.
They got some players.
8-2 at home, 5-5 away. So they want to take that step up.
Yeah.
They need to win on the road.
We don't know too much about the ins and outs because we haven't had any information come through from Keilor, but I think D2 men we can expect a competitive season.
Top 4.
Yeah, I think they'll make the
agree.
finals.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go, finals for Keilor in the senior teams and maybe just beyond them with their youthies as they develop and get better and better. I'm sure we're going to see more of them over the next few years out of Keilor. Where are we going next? Only time will
Anyone's
tell.
guess.
Counting down the days to the start of the 2013 season. Hope you're enjoying it. We'll find out who's up next very, very soon.